Green Lantern, you old so-and-so. Oh, hello. I didn't see you come in. Just enjoying some comics. I'm DrewMC, and I'm here to present you with the Irrelevant.com's weekly news update. It seems here that recently in North Wales, a Tesco supermarket store has offended somebody on basis of religious discrimination. The man, Daniel Jones, was asked to remove his hood, which he wears for religious purposes. Now, if Daniel Jones sounds familiar to you, that's because he is the founder of the International Church of the Jedi. That's right. So he was wearing his hood inside the store. He was asked to remove it. Now he's threatening to sue based on religious discrimination. Tesco claims that the three most famous Jedis, Yoda, Luke Skywalker, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, all appeared in public without their hoods. Now, to almost anybody else, this seems like just a ridiculous throwaway story. But to me, this sounds like Sith propaganda bullshit, and we shouldn't buy into it. Those bastards have been gunning for our supermarkets for years, and they're finally setting foot into that market. We have to fight this with every ounce of our being. In Dallas, Texas, however, there's a new law in the books that prevents people from feeding the homeless, much like you wouldn't be allowed to feed a bear. See, the city has designated 4 areas which they provide food and shelter to homeless people and other destitute folks. Spring 2008 saw the opening of the Bridge, local shelter, hoping to provide food, meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, etc., etc. However, they have been unable to keep up with the influx of people. Now, the city claims that the law is to protect the homeless from various things, such as, poor toilets and provide them with clean running water. But I guess when you're homeless and you drink out of a gutter and crap in your pants on a regular basis, that's not really something you really, I want to get my chicken soup, but I also want to shit on a clean toilet. Okay, cool. Now, that's what the city claims for it. I think it's because the Sith overlords are trying to make sure that the entire town falls under their rule. They want to wipe out the homeless people because, as we all know, Jedis like to live in remote locations where not a lot of people regard them seriously. Old Ben? Huh? Maybe? Yeah. In other news, an American Idol winner from Australia, the Australian Idol in 2006, Damien Leith, has recently come out saying that, unfortunately, after his first album sold 300,000 copies and made over $5 million, he had to sell his car to get by. Reasonings for this is because the contract he signed to go on the show took all his money from all these performances and signed over to Sony BMG, which sucks for Leith, but he's got a new album coming out, so that's okay. It's just another example of how the Sith are beginning to influence our economic and entertainment aspects as well. Fighting the Sith menace is not going to be won by just one man. It's going to take all of us coming together, storming their space stations and their Death Stars and their little wannabe hidey holes, checking caves and layers, and you'll find them. Take them out wherever you can. And if you think you've seen a Sith, don't just say nothing. Say something. Scientists in the Florida Everglades are now concerned that perhaps 2 species of pythons could interbreed, creating a monster hybrid python. Now, the rock python and the Burmese pythons both grow to about 20 feet. However, the rock python is highly aggressive and mean straight out of the eggs, according to biologist Kenneth Crisco. And they're getting a little concerned that these 2 species might breed. 20 feet, they could grow up, get together, hook up, and make a super killer snake, if you will, as has been evidenced in movies such as Godzilla and The Blob. Any big monster movie from Japan, you can kind of see the results of interbreeding species. This is reason for concern on many, many levels, because as we all know, right now, we are the dominant species on Earth. But if we get 40 feet snakes running around the Florida Everglades, goodbye, grandma. At first, it doesn't seem like such a big deal, but you breed those snakes with, maybe some other snakes, maybe a 4-legged creature, and you have Trandoshans. Now, if you don't know, Bossk the Bounty Hunter in Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back is a Trandoshan. Now, he was hired by Darth Vader to hunt down Han Solo. So it's just, again, another aspect of the Sith slowly trying to manipulate their way into power. I ask you all, we have to stop these snakes, so if you are in the Florida Everglades sometime this week and you see a 20-foot-long Burmese python having sex with a 20-foot-long rock python, it's your job to put an end to that. Hose them down with cold water or, play an air supply video or something. Maybe that'll get rid of them. That's pretty much all that's in the news of interest that you should not care about. I look forward to seeing you again next week, and I hope you can enjoy our time together. Now, if you have any questions, comments, or odd news stories, you can happily email me at drewmc@theirrelevant.com. That's drewmc@theirrelevant.com. I'll see you next week, folks. And until then, I'm not wearing pants.